So gently just allowing the body to be upright. And like I was saying, if this is not comfortable, okay, cross-legged at the moment is really not your thing, feel free to bring yourself over onto your knees and sit back onto your heels if your legs are okay with this. Feel free to have your legs out in front of you, or find a cushion, okay, or a couple of cushions and have them underneath your hips, and that again may make you feel a little bit more comfortable. I'm going to let my arms rest down, opening out with my palms and shutting my eyes. And start to take a longer, deeper breath in through your nose. And slowly breathing out through your nose. Take a long, deep breath in. Breathing all the way back out. Taking a long, deep breath in. And slowly breathing all the way back out. And this time, take a longer, deeper breath in. And gently draw your chin towards your chest and hold on to your breath. And then raising your chin back up and breathing all the way back out again. Take a long, deep breath in. And gently nod your chin and holding on to your breath. And then raising your chin back up and slowly breathing all the way back out again. This time take a longer, deeper breath in. And then breathe all the way back out and go right down to the bottom of your exhalation. Lower down your chin, holding your breath out. And then raising your chin back up, breathing in. And one more time, breathing out and breathing out a little bit more. Go right down to the bottom of your exhalation. Lowering down your chin and holding the breath out. Raising your chin back up, breathing in. And breathing out, breathing in and down. I'm going to come back into this breath rhythm. I want you to find your own depth of rhythm now, but hopefully now you feel the breath is a little more controlled. You feel it's a little bit deeper than it was when we started. Now clasping your fingers and bringing them to the back of your neck. Sitting up nice and tall, take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, take a little rotation with your upper body. Breathing in, bring it to the middle. Breathing out, taking a little rotation with your upper body. Breathing in, bring it to the middle, and then breathing out, tucking your chin a little and peeping underneath your armpit. Breathing in, bring the head back up, and again breathing out, peeping underneath your armpit. back on up. Then bring your hands over the top, plant them down towards the floor. Gently draw yourself up onto your knees. Walk back and sit back onto your heels for me, spreading out your fingers. Gently starting to pull the body along the ground. Elbows stay locked in, shoulders down, and we're lifting the chin. Now let's curl the toes and gently send the hips back and take the head down through your arms. Drawing your body forwards to a plank and then bending your knees and sitting all of the way back down upon your heels. Breathing in as you draw the body to pull up and along the ground. Breathing out as we send the hips back and take the head down through your arms. Breathing in as you draw forwards to a plank, and then breathing out, bending your knees and sitting back down upon your heels. Breathing in to draw your body up and through, and breathing out, press off into a downward facing dog. Breathing in, draw forwards to plank, and breathing out, bending your knees and sitting to your heels. Breathing in, pull your body up and through. And breathing out to send your hips away, your head down. Breathing in, draw forwards to plank. And breathing out, bending your knees and sitting on back. Breathing in to pull the body up. And this time, breathing out, send your hips back and stay. Now walking your feet a little from one to the other. And just notice how the hamstrings feel today. Working from side to side, maintaining contact with your toes to the floor. You're just gently treading from one to the other. Just have a little check up at your hands and check out that they're facing straight ahead. And you're really spreading out your fingers so you've got a good base to the floor. Okay, now leave the heels down a little and walk the hands back in towards your feet. And let's slowly unroll the spine, drawing all of the way back on up. Clasp your fingers together at the top. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, activate your waist and take a nice long stretch into the side of your body. Breathing in, bring it up. Breathing out, activate your waist, send the hips away from you as you bring your arms to pull over. Breathing in, coming back up. Breathing out, letting your arms down. Alright, now coming up to the top end of your mat for me. Hands in at your heart, coming into our first round of sun salutations. Breathing in as you raise both of your arms, looking up if you can. Breathing out, open your body, fold forwards, bend your knees where you need to. Breathing in, stepping back with your right leg, take the knee to the floor, and come up a little into your fingertips. Breathing out, stepping back with your left leg and holding to plank. Breathing in, come down to your knees, your belly, your chest. Breathing out as you draw to up dog, elbows in, shoulders down. Breathing in as you lower, curl the toes, engage the core. Breathing out, push up to plank and back off into a downward dog. Breathing in, right foot, stepping on up, lifting the chin and releasing the toes back. And breathing out, left leg, stepping on up and folding. Breathing in, pull up through the belly, all the way back out to standing, gaze to your thumbs, and breathing out, hands back to your heart. Breathing in, raising both arms. Breathing out, diving the body forwards. Breathing in, left leg, stepping all of the way back, releasing the knee, lifting the chin. Breathing out, right leg, step on back and hold to plank. Breathing in, come down to your knees, belly and chest. And breathing out, drawing up into your upward dog, elbows in, shoulders down. Breathing in as you lower, curl the toes, engage the core. Breathing out, push up to plank and back off into a downward dog. Breathing in, left leg, stepping on up, lifting the chin, releasing toes. And breathing out, right leg, stepping on up and folding. Breathing in, pull up through the belly, all the way back out to standing, gaze to your thumbs. And breathing out, follow your thumbs back to your heart. Breathing in, raising both arms. Breathing out, open the body and fall forwards. Breathing in, right leg stepping on back. Now just let the knee down upon the floor for me here. And we're just going to come into a little bit of a chest opener. So I would like you to take your right hand across and hold your knee. Take your left arm forwards, take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, follow your thumb as it draws back. And just let it go back as far as it feels comfortable for you. So it doesn't have to go all the way back today. And then you're turning your gaze. Try and relax your shoulders. And take a couple of breaths for that stretch through your upper body. And then slowly bring it all of the way back down. Hands down either side of your foot. Let's step the feet together and hold to a plank. Okay, now I'm going to draw down onto your forearms from here. So placing your elbows down towards the floor, pushing away through your heels. I'm going to do a little bit of core work here. Pull up on your bottom ribs so there's no sinking in your back. And gaze beyond your fingers. Now drawing one knee softly to the floor on your in-breath. And then breathing out, straightening the leg. Drawing the other knee to the floor on your in-breath. Breathing out, engaging with your core. Little Pilates work here. Breathing in, breathing out, belly pulls up. Breathing in, out, pushing away through the heels. Stay strong. If you need to rest at any point, that's okay. Breathing in, breathing out, pushing away. Got 4 more. Breathe in, out and press. In, out and push away. 2 more. In, out, extend. 1 more. In, out. And let's come all the way down upon your belly now. Taking your feet a little bit wider. And just bring your right arm across the top of your mat. Left fingers down towards the floor. Now just bear in mind, if you bring your arm a little bit further forward to the top of your mat, it's going to be easier. The closer in you bring your arm, the higher the increment, okay, of lift when you come up into this twisting cobra. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, come on up. Have your feet a little bit wider than normal. And then look over your left shoulder. Okay, now you might be able to see your left foot. All right, don't want you to worry if you can't. It's not gone missing. All right, but it's just again, as you do a little bit more of this, your range through your neck is going to improve. And let's come all the way back down. We're swapping sides. Left arm coming across, right fingers to the floor. So the arm underneath you is helping you up, okay, and the fingers on the floor are gently encouraging you around. So just again, try not to force, try and be encouraged. Looking over your right shoulder, trying to keep the legs relaxed. And try not to let the legs stiffen. And coming all of the way back round. Hands beneath your shoulders and gently drawing your body up into an upward dog. And then releasing all the way back down. Curl the toes, engage the core, breathing in as you push up to plank and breathing out into your downward dog. Breathing in, step forwards with your right foot, lift the chin and releasing the toes back. And breathing out, step forwards with your left foot and folding towards your knees, bending your knees as much as you need to. Breathing in and rolling your spine, raise your arms, gaze to your thumbs, keep your shoulders relaxed. And breathing out, hands back to your heart. Breathing in as we raise both arms. And breathing out, open your body and fall forwards. Breathing in, left leg stepping back. Let the knee down upon the ground. We're going to again come into that little bit of a chest opener, a turn. So taking your left hand to your right knee, bringing your right arm forwards, take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, follow your thumb. Let the arm come back as far as you feel is good for you today. Stay focused. Try and keep a little breath coming in, although we always know when we're twisting it's quite hard to get a thorough, deeper breath in. So just doing your best. And then bringing it all of the way back round. Hands down towards the floor, curl the toes and step the feet together behind you. And then come down to your knees, your belly and your chest. And this time around, I'd like to stack up your palms. So you've got one hand on top of the other, relaxing your shoulders. Now I'm going to start off with a single leg raise. Take a deep breath in through your nose. As you breathe out through your mouth, raising one leg up off the ground. And breathing in to lower. Breathing out, raise the other leg up, pressing it away straight. Breathing in, starting off easy today. So breathing out, lift the leg up. And breathing in to lower. Breathing out, lift the leg up, into lower. And I'm going to put a little bit more spin on this. So as you breathe out, lifting the leg and maybe taking it back a little. Breathing in, come back down. If that's not comfortable for you today though, go straight. So breathing out, lift, slightly back a little, breathing in. But I want you to really feel the glutes kicking in here. Breathing out, lift the legs straight, slightly back, breathing in. Again, breathing out to lift and slightly back. I've still got my legs straight at the moment. Now you can keep it straight, it's going to be a bit easier. If you feel very open in the back, you're going to bend the knee and then you're going to bring the toe over. Alright, it doesn't have to touch the floor today. You know, this is something in the future. Maybe it goes a little bit further. Alright, if you get any cramp in the hamstrings, which you can do sometimes, if you haven't worked your hamstrings and your glutes in this way for a while, if that happens, just take a break, okay, let it go. Let the muscles come back to normal again. Alright, finishing off your last one. And then we're gently going to rise the body up into a gentle upward dog. So again, open the collarbone. Just try and reflect upon the feeling that you have in the lower back. Trying to feel that natural arc of the lower back coming back. And now slowly lower your body down. Curl the toes, engage the core. Breathing in, push up to plank. Breathing out, off into your downward dog. Breathing in, left leg stepping up, lifting the chin, releasing the toes. And breathing out, right leg, step it on up and fold it. Breathing in, pull up through the belly, all the way back out to standing. And breathing out, hands back into your heart. Breathing in as you raise both arms. Breathing out, open your chest and fold forwards. Now this time I'd like us to step back with your left leg. Leaving your right leg at the top of your mat. And just have a look back at your back foot and see that the back foot is flat on the floor. About 45-degree angle. Really push hard into your right foot and bring your body up to standing. Opening the chest and come into those aeroplane arms for a second. Try and feel that your ribs and your hips are facing the short end of your mat. Breathing in, turning your palms, and breathing out, raising both arms and looking either between your hands or bring your hands together. Now if you have a wobble, okay, don't worry, just drop your gaze forwards. That will make it easier. Okay, so just be aware of where you are today with your practice. Just try and get a little breath in. And we're going to come out into Warrior Two. Now the difference here, we're opening up the back hips some more. Rolling open the front knee a little bit more. Gazing along the center finger. Now tucking the tailbone slightly under so that the ribs are drawing down into your body. You've got a strong engagement through your core. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, come to reverse. Reaching back, looking up towards your upper hand. And you can remain with a bent knee. If you wish to make it harder, straighten the front leg. And harder still, draw your toes off the ground, which is really going to change the balance. And then slowly place the foot back down, bring your hands back on over, and bring it all the way down to the ground. Turning your back knee, and bringing it down to the floor also. Draw open your front foot, and place both of your hands to the inside of your foot, coming into your lizard posture. So relaxing your shoulders, and I know the temptation here is to drop upon your elbows, all right? But I want you to try, if you can, to move out from your hips and to draw forwards with your upper body, all right? The knee is dropping open to the side a little. Anything that feels uncomfortable, back away. For those of you who've done a lot of this, then take your hand underneath your right leg and place your right foot on its side, okay? So it's on its last little toe. Try not to let it drop over into a lotus position. And then just ease your body down so your throat comes closer towards your big toe. Now this is a deep hip opener. I've got a whole half an hour tomorrow dedicated to hip openers. So if you're getting into this and it's feeling quite interesting, all right, maybe you need to do a little bit more of it. Draw the body back on up and then work that foot out to the side, because as we know, if the hips feel a little more open, the lower back is a little happier too. All right, so let's bring the upper body back, shoulders roll forwards, your hips are drawing forwards. Okay, now if this is enough, keep your arms down. If you feel okay with it, raising your arms up. Again, you could look up between your hands, you could look up towards your thumbs, you could start on opening your body back a little bit further. And then slowly drawing the body back and down, moving upon that back knee and coming into your half split. Digging the heel in, pressing the hips backwards. Okay, now if you get any tightness behind the knee, I want you to just take a little bit of a bend to the knee. Don't keep forcing it. Keep breathing. You're pressing from the center of your chest downwards. All right, now gently draw the body up and draw your knees together. Coming up into preparation for camel. Now I'm going to start off with arm circles today. So I'm drawing up with my right arm. I'm going to follow the fingers. I'm going to circle the arm back and following the fingers back. Bring the arm down by your leg and we'll go to the other side. Breathing in as you draw the arm up, open the chest. Coming into like a little, almost a quarter back bend and coming back. So try not to lean in the legs. Try and keep the legs vertical, breathing in, breathing out, opening and following your fingers back. Again, breathing in and out. And if this today feels good, okay, carry on. Don't feel you've got to move it on. For those of you who, again, have done a little bit more back bending, reach around for your elbows. And then start to offer your chest up towards the ceiling. Now only if it feels okay around the neck and the throat, you look up or you look back. And then from there, if it feels good too, maybe slide your hands to the back of your legs or reach down and hold on to your heels. And now tucking the chin in, engaging your core, Coming back up through the middle, always. Bring your hands forward, spread out your fingers. Just again, make sure that your fingers are pointing, your middle finger in particular is pointing straight up, and the last little fingers out to the side. Then as you curl the toes, you should be in a really good equal hand position. Look back, your feet are about hip distance apart, not too wide. Lower your heels towards the floor. They may not touch, it doesn't matter. Okay, now we're going to start to raise the right leg, taking it up high, bending the knee and pointing the toes slightly back. So the angle of the foot is towards the head. Now bring that leg down and lock down the big toe and the toe next to it to the bone above your heel, or simply wrap your foot around your other leg. And then from here, come forwards into a one-leg plank. Take a few breaths here, in through your nose, out through your nose. And then draw the body back on up, taking your leg up nice and high to a split down dog. And then draw your right knee towards your right elbow. Pull it on in. Take your right leg underneath your body and straighten out your right leg. Take your left heel to the floor, and if you can, raising your left arm to the ceiling into your fallen triangle. Bring your hand down to the floor and bring your right knee towards your right wrist. Taking your left leg back. Okay, now we want to try and keep the body balanced here, all right? Which, if you find that you're quite high, using a cushion or a block underneath your right buttock might help, all right? So if you have that available, feel free to use it. Now, if you wish to take this down into a position that's going to help stretch out the hip, then taking it down towards the floor and making one fist draw on top of the other, so you end up into a little fist tower, and then placing your forehead down. And that today may be enough. If you wish to take up the back leg and bring it into a quad stretch, bend up the back leg and draw it in. All right? So try, everybody, those of you who've taken the leg up, that you've drawn the leg back in alignment with your body. Okay? So try not to have the leg wandering out. If I was to look at you from the front, I wouldn't be able to see your back leg. Now those of you going any further, maybe draw the elbow around the foot, maybe reach back and take the foot, and then unlace the body and rehold the foot. So your upper body is squared again towards the end of the mat. If you're using a strap, again, facilitate this position using the strap. Now it's gently going to release that leg out and bring this back leg around to the front. So we're coming to a seated position. We're coming from here into a roll back. When we roll back on our last one, we're going to end up rolling over onto your right hand side. I'm going to do a little bit of hip work. So I have my hands on my thighs, my shoulders are relaxed. Just one word again with this one. If you find your back is really quite tight today, use either a cushion behind your lower back, or if you have a band, it comes around the bottom of your feet and you hold on, okay? Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, draw back, navel to the spine, and start to gently curve your lumbar spine. Stop at halfway, breathing in, and then breathing out, engaging the core, and we're pulling back on up. Again, deep breath in. And as you breathe out, navel back to the spine as you draw back. Breathing in and breathing out as we draw all of the way back on up. Again, deep breath in, breathing out. Now if it feels good, your back feels quite mobile today, take your back to an imprint. Breathing in And breathing out, being careful to bring yourself back up very smoothly. All right, if you're having to jerk your body up, but then maybe don't go that far today. Breathe in, breathing out, and slowly working through the back. Breathing in and breathing out as we draw up. Now we're going down for our last one. Breathing in and breathing out, lowering all of the way back down. Raise your right arm and roll yourself over onto the right hand side of your body. Now we're lengthening along the floor and we're pointing the toes. The head is resting along your arm, and just walk your hand back so it lines up with your ear. As you raise the top leg, breathing out. As you lower the leg back down, breathing in. As you raise the leg, breathe out through your mouth and draw the navel back to the spine and breathing in as you lower. So we're sending that leg away from the body, working into a little bit of hip action here. As you take the leg away, try not to rotate the foot. Keep the foot and the thigh front facing. It's all again in alignment with the edge of your mat. Breathing out to lift and breathing in to lower. One more time, breathing out to lift. And now we're going to a double leg lift. So keep the legs pulled up together. Engage the core and breathe out. Float both of your legs away. Breathing into lower. If your balance is good, take your hand and bring it along by your thigh. So you're using your core to balance you on along the side of your body. Breathing out to lift and breathing into lower. Breathing out to press the legs away and breathing into lower. Two more. Breathing out, lift into lower. Try and make the core responsible for the lift. And release. Alright, gently roll yourself back around onto your back. Bring your legs up so your feet are flat on the floor there for me. And bring your hands to come back behind your head. Coming up into ab prep. As you breathe in through your nose, nod the chin. As you breathe out through your mouth, raising your upper body and draw the navel back to the spine. Breathing in to stay, and then breathing out, engaging the core as you lower gently to the ground. Breathe in through the nose, nod the chin. As you lift, breathing out and pull up behind the surface muscles, engaging with your core. Breathing in to stay, and breathing out to lower. So all the while, you have a gap between the lower back and the floor. Breathing in, and as you lift, keep the chin away from your chest, distance of a fist between your chin and chest. Breathing in, then breathing out, engaging the core as you lower. Breathing in, nod the chin. Breathing out, engaging the core as you lift. Breathing in, then breathing out as you lower. I'm going to draw the body back up to a seated position. You can either straighten the legs and draw yourself back up, or keep your knees bent and roll to one side and bring yourself back on up. So drawing slowly up. If you have a roll up, then you can use it. Otherwise, to one side and come on up safely. Crossing your legs over for me. And gently draw your body over onto your knees. Now from here, you can either unfold the legs in a step back, or you can push off the back of the front of your feet and then hop back. Alright, whichever one works for you today. Press all the way back off into a downward dog. Now, stepping forwards with your right foot, lifting the chin and releasing the toes back. And then stepping forwards with your left foot and folding towards your knees. Breathing in as you come all of the way back up to a standing position. Breathing out, hands back in towards your heart. Breathing in, raising both arms. Breathing out, diving your body forwards. Breathing in, let's step back with the right leg, leaving the left leg at the top of your mat. Now just have a little look back. You can see that your back foot's flat on the floor, and you can also notice that your heels are in alignment with each other. Push hard through your left leg and bring your body up. Aeroplane your arms there just for a moment, and try and feel that your chest and your hips are facing the end of your mat. Bend your knee a little bit more on that front leg. Breathing in, turn your palms, breathing out, raising arms, and either look up between your hands, maybe bring the hands together if that feels good too, but if you get a wobble on, just drop your gaze forwards, it makes it a bit easier on the balance. Keep breathing in through your nose, out through your nose. And then let's open it up into Warrior Two, opening up the back hip, rolling open the front knee. And just want to check here again that we're lowering down the ribs. Alright, particularly if you're quite supple in the back. Sometimes we back arch a little bit too much on this one. So pulling in, conserving your strength. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, we're reaching towards your back leg into reverse warrior, looking towards your other hand. And then maybe straighten out that front leg. Maybe draw the toes up. Again, you don't have to do everything today, all depending on how strong you're feeling. And then place your foot back down, cartwheel the hands all the way down to the ground. Turning your back knee and popping it down into the ground. Turn open the front foot, so we're coming into lizard, placing your palms on the inside. And again, as I said on the other side, is resisting the temptation to collapse on the inside of your leg. And just gently bend the elbows, but keep looking forwards. Shoulders are drawing back, so you're moving out. And that should give you a cleaner stretch. Those of you who want to go deeper, we can work the foot onto its edge. We take the hand underneath, and then the chest is over the top of your big toe. Alright, so then as you lower, eventually your chest or your throat comes towards your big toe. Gently drawing it back on up, walking that foot out to the side a little bit, and again we just draw the upper body open. Alright, so deeper of our hip flexor stretches, coming into Crescent Moon, raising both of your arms upwards. Alright, again you could have your palms apart if that's better for you today. You could look up to your thumbs, you could start to open it a little bit further back. And then coming slowly back down. Moving onto that back leg again. Digging the heel in, drawing the toes back. Shifting backwards through the tailbone, pressing a little from the center of your chest. Calf and hamstring stretch. As I said on the other side, if you have a little tenderness behind the knee, bend the knee. Alright, try not to push into tendons, ligaments, parts of the body that just doesn't really want to give you that stretch, okay? We want to move a little bit more into the bigger muscles, the calf and the hamstrings. Now gently coming back up and bring the knees in together. And second time around here for your camel. Now again, if you wish to work in with your arm circles for the second time, by all means do. If you're happy to reach back for your elbows this time, opening out with your chest. And I do prefer the elbow hold than to the lower back hold. Let me just talk about what I mean here. If you do like putting your hands to your lower back, okay, and supporting your back as you go back, absolutely, okay, please feel free to. Just be very, very aware that you're letting your shoulders relax. that is a problem, okay, because they tend to stiffen up a little bit. And everything that stiffens and tightens is going to stop the flow of your back opening. That's all I'm going to say. So some people like clenching the buttocks here. Again, all I'm going to say is you clench the buttocks, you're going to tighten the muscles up around the sacroiliac joint. Alright, if you can work on your back strength, then maybe taking it easy, not going too far, and then maybe your back becomes a little bit stronger in this openness. Of course you can take the head back, of course you can reach back for your heels, but again try not to lean, trying to open a palm, because that way then, when we come forwards again, we tuck the chin in, we engage the core, and we come up symmetrically. Draw your hands forward, spread out your fingers, and we're coming up into your downward dog. So again, check out the hand position, the feet position. Everything wants to be symmetrical here once you're on the ground. Pull the belly up underneath you, open the shoulder blades. Let's raise the left leg up high. Bend the knee a little. The direction of your toes is back towards your head. Bring the leg down and either wrap the foot or connect the big toe, the toe next to it, to the bone above your heel, and you're coming forwards into a one-leg plank. So really feel the core connecting here. Alright, let's draw the body back on up again, taking the leg up high. And now bringing your left knee towards your left elbow into your floating plank. Keeping the leg tucked up if you can. And now taking the leg underneath and taking the edge of your foot to the floor, taking your right heel to the ground and bring your right hand up to the ceiling. Bring your hand back down to the ground and bring your left knee through towards your left wrist and slide the back leg away. Alright, if before you took a little bit of a pile up with your hands, or you made your little fist tower and placed your forehead down, by all means do that again this time. Those of you coming up into your quad stretch, bending up the back leg. Alright, just relaxing out your shoulders, coming into your pigeon posture. If you're going a little bit further, hook the elbow around your big toe. Maybe reach around if the foot is nearly in position. You're holding onto your big toe with both of your hands. Okay, let's let it go. Now we're going to bring around the back leg. So again, we're coming into a seated position. Now if you would like to work into your roll back again this time, absolutely, do a few more of those. I'm going to offer up that we come into Boomerang, okay, which is again a slightly different position. It's a rolling position again, alright, but we're actually going to leave the ground, possibly, with our backs. Let me show you the easier version first. My hands are down by my side, I'm breathing in. As I breathe out, I'm sending my legs up, I change my legs over on my in-breath. I'm using the elbows and the hands and of course the core, coming on up and a gentle fold over. Alright, so that will be the slightly easier version. Otherwise you're leaving the ground as you change the feet over. Alright, let's go. Breathing in. As you breathe out, either stay with your back on the floor or leave the ground and travel over. Breathing in to change the legs over. Breathing out to slowly roll along the back and take the head down. But if you get into this and you think this is not for me today, do the other version. Breathing in, breathing out, sending the legs up and over if you can. Breathing in, swap the legs. Breathing out, over and the head draws down. Breathing in, breathing out. Use your core as your legs go upwards. Breathing in, change the legs over. Breathing out, use your core. Slowly bring it down, point your toes. One more time, breathing in, breathing out, send the legs up. Breathing in, change it over. And breathing out, slowly bring it round. And then untangle the legs, roll down onto your back, and we're going to come out onto the left-hand side of your body. So breathing out, roll it all the way back, left arm coming over to the floor, roll onto the left-hand side of your body, stacking up your hips, pointing your toes. Wriggle that top arm back so it's not hanging too far forwards. As you breathe out, raising that top leg up, and breathing in as you lower. Breathing out, drawing the navel back to the spine, breathing into lower. So again, we're working into the hip. All right, we're opening up, working range of motion, working strength, also working into glute medius. Okay, if you reach around for the upper back region of your buttock, you're going to feel that muscle area really working. All right, so again, breathing out, working into that lateral movement. Breathing into lower. Again, breathing out, lift and lower. Then going into your double leg lift. Squeeze the legs together, engage the core well. And then breathing out, floating the legs away. Breathing in. Try not to just use your back. All right, that is sometimes our go-to. And sometimes people say to me, oh, that really makes my lower back ache. The situation is with that is that you've gone into using your back. All right, so try and go inside. Try and remember you're working in Pilates from the core. So try and connect with your core, then go for the lift. If we do it in that order, we should find that the core is working and we're not just using the back. Try and keep the toes pointed, so you're pressing your toes away. Of course, if your balance is good, you've got your hand along by your thigh. Breathing out to press the legs away. Breathing into lower. All right, last one. All right, so coming over onto your back again. Okay, and the knees can be bent and you can roll over to one side and bring yourself back up. Or you can straighten your legs and you can roll yourself back up. All depending on what is working for you today. All right, let's bring those legs in, pull them up underneath you, and either land on the edges of your feet and hop back, or step back. And then back off into a downward dog. And let's step forwards with your left foot, lifting the chin, releasing the toes. And let's step forwards with your right foot and folding to your legs. Breathing in, coming all of the way back up to a standing position. And breathing out, hands to your heart. Okay, now I'm going to have a couple of balances standing here. Letting your arms come down by your side, relaxing open your shoulders. Okay, so when we work into balances, try and have a clear point of which you're going to focus upon. Okay, and it's something that's not moving. All right, I want you to just, again, continue your breath. So try not to hold your breath, although that does happen. And again, don't worry if you wobble. All right, it's how you recover from the wobble that's important. Okay, not that you actually wobbled. So bring the shoulders back, engaging the core. We're going to pick up the right foot and place the foot either to the calf or above the knee or towards the inner thigh, all depending on what your range is today. Hands in your heart, we're holding into our tree posture. Start to gently, if it feels okay, bring your arms up through the middle and maybe take your right hand behind the left, wrist wrap and squeeze the space out behind your head. See if you can encourage your knee to roll back a little bit more. And now letting your right arm come down, turning your right leg, collecting your foot, and just letting your left arm come down. And gently, if it feels okay to, coming to the dancer, we're expanding that leg backwards behind us and up towards the ceiling. Try and keep your gaze coming up so we continue with that arch of the spine. Slowly bring it back in. And just today, kick it forwards for me. Hold it up if you can. Take a deep breath in. And breathing out, lower the leg all the way back down. Alright, swapping legs. Either place your left foot towards the inside of your calf or above your knee. Try not to push against your knee joint. It's a hinge joint and it's not really going to appreciate being pushed from one side. Let that knee open up. Bring the arms up. And remember, like I say, if you are wobbling around, don't worry. Use a piece of furniture, hold on to it. You don't have to do your arms today, okay? Today, maybe you hold a piece of furniture and that holds you up. That's going to be all right. Everything changes. It's just bringing in the focus, taking the time to use the practice. Letting down your left arm, turning your leg, dropping your foot into your hand, and then as you bring your arm down to counterbalance, keeping your gaze up a little and bringing the leg up behind you. Slowly bring it back in, extend it away from you, kick it off in the opposite direction, breathing in. And let's breathe out, lower that leg all of the way back down. Good job, everybody. Now step back to about halfway down your mat. Bring your heels together. I'm going to bring us down towards the floor. We're going to just have a little look at crow posture. If when you come down, this really doesn't go well with you, alright, if it's not a good one for your knees and this descent, come down a different way, alright? Deep breath in, rise up into your toes. As you breathe out, use that center of gravity to bring you down. Okay, alright, then from here, I'm going to plant my hands down towards the floor and just softly bending a little at the elbows. Now we're looking to place the knees towards the side of your arms or behind your armpits, or depending on where you're going at the moment with your balance. And then as we lean forwards, we're looking forwards, and maybe today it's just one foot comes off the floor. Alright, maybe both feet can tip up off the floor, but try not to put any pressure on yourself. Some days it works, some days it's harder. We're gripping into the floor with your fingertips. Okay, if you're doing this at home and this is something new for you, maybe use a couple of cushions in front of you, all right? Risk assessment time, you know, is it worth it? Is it worth stumbling out of it, all right? I'd say not, all right? So cushions in front of you, that's what I did to begin with. I was determined to do this, and I maybe practiced in front of my sofa so that my head goes onto the sofa, all of these things, but it always comes down to the same thing, it's practice, all right? The more you practice, the easier everything becomes. It's not going to get any harder, okay, put it that way. Come down and come down to a little seated position. Hopefully everything's feeling a little bit looser now. So I'm coming back to where we started with this cross-leg position. Again, if it's still not feeling very good for you, please feel free to sit on your heels or sit out with your legs in, or bring those cushions back and sit underneath. sit upon, sorry, don't sit underneath the cushions, sit upon the cushions, that would be the sensible thing. Now drawing your opposite arm across, palm facing out and away from your body. We're going to go into a little bit of a twist for the neck and the shoulders. So looking up over your shoulder, and keep travelling your gaze. Where your gaze goes, your body will follow. So try and travel it around as far as you can. It's also good to work your eyes. Gently bring it back round and swap. Taking the opposite arm across, lengthen it, look back behind you, and keep moving your gaze a little bit further round, because the more you do this, the more your body's going to want to go round. Bringing it all the way back. Placing fingertips down towards the floor on one side. Bring your hand over the top for me. Drape your hand over. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, push your fingers into the floor and encourage the head over to one side. Fingers towards the back corner of your head and encourage the head across and to one side. And drawing back on up, swapping sides, fingertips down to the floor. And again, take the other hand, drape it over. See how far you can take that hand over. And then gently encourage the head over. Keep pushing with your fingers onto the floor. That makes all of the difference as well. And then go to the back corner of your head. And again, just encourage the head over and across. And then bring the head back on up. Alright, now coming to close down your practice, I'm just going to bring the arms forwards and I want you to bring your fingertips together and really try and feel that stretch developing around the ribcage area of your body. Breathing in, rise your arms up high. Breathing out, let your palms open to the floor. Again, let's bring the shoulders forwards and round. Bring the fingertips together. Breathing in, drawing it up. Breathing out, let your palms float down towards the floor. One more time, bring your arms forwards. Breathing in, coming up through the middle. And this time, make a prayer position at the top. And as you breathe out, come to your crown, come to your third eye, come through to your throat, and stopping in at your heart. Namaste. Namaste. And a very well done tonight, everybody. Hope you feel good. Hope you'll feel strong and a little bit clearer in the head. All right. Drink lots of water for me, okay? You need to keep that body hydrated.